If you're new to fleet, here's what nobody tells you on day one. You can be smart, experienced, and totally capable, and still feel like you just walked into a room where everyone else already speaks a different language. And the wild part is, that feeling is actually normal. Fleet is one of those industries where the learning curve shows up fast. Let's start here. What do people misunderstand about being new to fleet? Because from the outside, fleet can look like a line item. Inside, it's strategy, it's safety, and it's uptime. It's risk, it's people, and it's a lot to learn quickly. Here's what fresh eyes in fleet want people to understand.
I think industry outsiders view fleet as nothing more than a business expense. But I've learned that managing fleet has a very strategic place within an organization because ultimately companies rely on vehicles to generate revenue. So when you're new to fleet, you quickly realize it's not just about managing the metal, it's about managing uptime and risk to generate the revenue. And so the vehicles are just the visible part. The real work is making sure the vehicles keep the business moving.
I find that many of my colleagues and the customers that I work with have spent their entire careers in fleet and transportation, and everything seems second nature to them. Like any industry, there's always going to be a lot to learn, and it can really be complex. And I think sometimes people think things are simpler than they really are. The tech stack is very broad. The types of vehicles, the types of fleets can be varied. The regulations seem to be getting more complicated by the day, and every vertical has its unique nuances that need to be addressed. And like any industry, the acronyms seem to be endless. So sometimes I just need people to remember that I need them to just please spell things out.
It's a grind, and in the best way. You know, there's so much more to learn than just moving vehicles. You know, you have to be adaptable, think on your feet, and become a true problem solver. Every day looks a little different, and that learning curve can be challenging, but it's also what makes the work rewarding.
Something new to me about the fleet world is the very fine line that you walk every day of getting something done quickly, efficiently, and cost effective for the customer. And that can sometimes vary depending on your customer and depending on what kind of repair or maintenance is needed.
I think the biggest aha joining the fleet world for me was really the concentration of people and culture and value propositions, and really the use of data that people are using to drive decision making, to optimize fleets, and to make fleets smarter in the future. To me, that was a huge aha. It was really that this industry has stood up extremely professionalized and has a bright future really based on the way people connect with brand owners and customers, and the way we could use data to build out fleet as a fantastic asset for business owners.